Welcome to another math video. Here we go. We're trying to do equations of lines given 2 points on a line. So if I've got 2 points of a line, let's just kind of draw this up really quickly here. If I've got 2 points on a line, so there is my axis, and I've got 2 points, and I've got a line going through them. If I've got 2 points on the line, well, I sure as heck should be able to get the slope from those 2 points. And because I have the slope and one of these 2 points, it doesn't really matter which point, then I can make the slope point version of a line. Well, the first thing we need to do if we're given 2 points is we got to get the slope. And the way we get the slope is we use our slope formula. So let's try this out. Find the equation of a line that passes through 1, 4 and 5, 7. So we got to use our slope formula of a line. Let's try this out. Slope formula of a line is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is the y value of our second point. So these are both x and y. So the y value of our second point, so 7 minus the y value of our first point, 4, over the x value of our second point, 5, minus the x value of our first point, 1. So 7 minus 4 is 3, 5 minus 1 is 4. Good, we found the slope. Now we can put that into the slope point version of a line. So I'll just quickly change colors. A slope point version of a line, remember, is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. The y1 and the x1, those are the y and x values of one of our points of our line. And it doesn't really matter which point we choose. It really honestly doesn't. And you'll see in a later video why that is. So the y value and the x value of either this first point or the second point doesn't matter to me. So let's just try this out. We'll choose the first point because that's the way that I kind of always do things. Y minus the y value, so 4, equals the slope, 3 over 4. X minus the x value is 1. Good. What 2 things did we need to get slope point version of a line? We needed to get the slope, and we needed to find any one point, and we were given 2 points. So again, it didn't matter if we chose that point or that point. We wouldn't have gotten the same version of this equation, but it would not have mattered. And again, we'll see why that is in a later video. Let's try the next one. Find the equation of a line that passes through -1, 3 and 2, -7. So we're going to have to find the slope. The slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1, so -7 minus 3. -7 minus 3 over x2 minus x1. 2 minus -1. -7 minus 3 is -10. 2 minus -1, so 2 plus 1 is 3. So this is 10/3. That's our slope. Our slope is 10/3. And so we're going to put this into the slope point version of a line. Instead of using the first point, whatever, we'll use the second point. It's not that big of a deal. So y minus -7 minus -7 is -10/3 x minus 2. As long as we're using the y value and the x value of the same point, we cannot use the y value of one point and the x value of another. That's not the way this works. We have to use the y value and the x value of the same point. So y minus -7, well, that's actually y plus 7. equals negative 10 thirds x minus 2. Perfect. Okay, one last final example. We're going to try and find the equation of a line that passes through this point and that point. Again, if we're given 2 points, we can find the slope, and then we can put this into slope point version of a line, or the slope point form of a line. So we got to find the slope, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 minus y1, 8 minus negative 4 over x2 minus x1, so negative 6 minus 2, negative 6 minus 2. 8 minus negative 4 is actually 8 plus 4, which is 12, and negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8. So 12 over 8 reduces to, negative 3 over 2. Had a brain fart there. So 12 over negative 8 isn't the same thing as negative 3 over 2. Now we're going to plug that into our slope point form of a line. Remember, slope point is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So pick one of these values. Which one do you want to pick? First one or second one? Whatever. Let's pick the first one. So y minus negative 4, y minus negative 4 is the same thing as y plus equals negative 3 halves x minus 2. So y plus 4 equals negative 3 halves x minus 2. Perfect.